Waukee, Iowa. CNN. At a packed Central Sports Bar in Iowa, with televisions tuned to Citrus Bowl, phrase dumpster fire could be heard over bar's speakers midway through second quarter. But criticism wasn't directed at the Iowa Hawkeyes' lackluster performance in New Year's Day game. Rather, it was a political ad that later went into the bar and attacked Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign, hoping to convince Iowans that the description was less than appropriate. "Well, get this done," he told a man after taking a sip of Guinness. 2 weeks before the Iowa caucuses. The airwaves here are filled with ads from allies of former South Carolina Gov. In fact, after DeSantis left bar, an ad calling Haley tricky Nikki ran and was paid for by a super PAC supporting Florida governor. This was a representation of how two relentlessly went after each other as race intensified. However, not once during Citrus Bowl broadcast was an ad targeting Donald Trump, the frontrunner in race. This is a recurring theme of wars of this presidency. The former president is rarely target millions of dollars spent to woo Republicans. And he has not been the focus his rivals on campaign trail lately. As Republican presidential candidates prepare their closing arguments to Iowans, they have offered little sign that these dynamics will change before the Jan. 15 caucuses. And after failing to emerge as the undisputed alternative to Trump in 2023, the success of his rivals in 2024 now depends on quickly shutting out others. Trump increased his turnout in early nominating states and held 4 events in Iowa within a month. Toward the end of year, his excessive presence as a former president and his ongoing legal troubles overshadowed his last presidential campaign. A dominant performance in the primary nominating contest could be the first domino on Trump's path to a swift victory. But even the most positive predictions suggest Republicans remain divided on whether he should represent the party. His campaign, aiming not to be caught flat-footed after failing to win Iowa 2016, has focused on recruiting and training nearly 2,000 volunteers in the state recent months. The rest of field continues make calculation that it is better defend former president in face of mounting challenges his candidacy than risk upsetting Republicans who are considering but not committed switching a new candidate. Both DeSantis-Haley and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy defended Trump after Maine's Democratic Secretary of State removed him from the ballot there last week. Recently, they also made it clear that Trump, who is facing 4 crimes, would be pardoned if elected to the White House. All they did was eat each other's momentum and Trump was unscathed, said Jeff Angelo, a conservative Iowa radio host who interviews much of the GOP field on his popular show. They spent almost all of their time punching each other and touching Trump with their feathers. This is exactly the same proble